don't see anything for it to be run. But here, so it's running Windows updates or Windows. So I have everything now here set to, okay, it's updating. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I guess you can see that there. So I have everything on Wi-Fi now. There's nothing hooked up to the LAN. Well, the router I have has 2 WAN ports. I got both WAN ports hooked up to the modem. And I have all the LAN ports from the, 2 LAN ports. Yeah, okay, I have the modem has 2 ports. So that's supposed to bring it as a 2 gig bridge, but technically speaking, we're only gonna get 940 out of that. I get close to I'm getting what link speed is 866, but that's really that's really coming out to 433. That's what that comes out to be. To be honest, that's what it is. It's 433. I'm using Cat 6 from the motor. From the modem. From the modem to the router. Okay, everything's Cat 6. The only thing I'm not using Cat 6 is on the access points. Okay, so those are only 2 things that are actually there's 3 things that's wired. It's the 2 access points and the NAS. But they're hooked up. There's no extra switch. I don't need to run another switch. I don't have a lot of things hooked up. Everything now is wireless. All the desktops, even the printers, everything is wireless. The printer, to get the printers wireless, to get the printers set up, it was a pain in the neck, especially the printer I'm using from Canon. I had to go back there and get the driver. It wouldn't recognize. There was no way to go into the administrator on the web to change the settings for Wi-Fi. It wouldn't work. You had to go back to the printer and do it. I had a secured lock, so nobody could change the settings. I had to disable that to do it and then put it back. But sometimes, it's optional. But everything's working, What I did is I have 2.4 gig, which is 802.11n. I think these are 450s. I think it's around that on these access points on the ceiling. This one in here does anything that's 2.4 802.11n. And that's all the smart bulbs. You saw me, I talked to Google, and she was able to change the settings. Like I say, hey Google, set the studio to 100% brightness.
Okay, setting 4 lights brightness to 100%.
See that? I was going to put 2 more in here that'll make it 6 lights. But do I need that? Not really. Well, I wouldn't have to use the smaller lights to control things. I can change the color of the room too. So I want this side to have a color, so it would have 6 lights. That will really brighten up the room though. Well, this area for the studio. I needed something cut off from the rest of where I'm doing. You don't need to see things on the wall. You don't see that. This is when you're recording, you want a blank screen. You don't want to see nothing here. I should go like this so you don't see nothing like that. But that's the best way to do it. That's me. I see some other people copying what I did. Oops. But that's about it. So, okay, so then this is the problem I ran into. So when I switch everything over to Wi-Fi, I noticed that the laptops were trying to connect to 2.4. Yeah, so I changed the SSD. Some people say, oh, you should have the SSD on everything. But same thing. But no, it won't work that way. It's better to have its own. Keep the 2.4 gigahertz by itself on its own SSD. So everything in the house that connects to that, like the printers, things like that, the lights, the devices that use that will connect to that. Okay. And then the 5 gigahertz and the higher band, which is 866, everything like that, or 80 and up bandwidth, 160, if you have that on. Because some routers don't support that. Some access points. I don't think this access point support 160 the width or 80. Like for instance, I set everything for 2.4 at 40 hertz instead of 20 hertz. But most things only except 20. So I put on auto. So auto for that. If you want to solve some problems in your house, always check with your manufacturer for your printer and get the latest driver so the Wi-Fi works. Now the Wi-Fi works. It updated. Instead I was using outdated driver. But you wouldn't think Windows 11 would update that, but it didn't update that. So that's all working now. I can print from any of these devices. Let's see. Yeah, I use the gateway in here. I changed the 802.11n to 5 gigahertz, which is 866 in here. But I use the Type 3.0, USB 3.0 with a dongle. You've seen it before. I reviewed it before. All right, said I got the latest updates. But I have to periodically check and make sure I'm on not on 2.4 gigahertz. Right click on network properties and settings. I can't show you a lot of stuff because everybody has to hide their network and nobody wants to expose anything. See, it's holy cow. It's not supposed to use that network. He's using N. No, it's not supposed to use N. I had disabled it. Oh, see? Now it's connected to the right network. Guys, keep on disabling things in the network settings. Okay, what are we getting here? 802.11ac. So I'm getting 780 link, 780. So it bounces between those two. Oh, I fixed the Intel ones, especially on the desktop. What I did is I mirror the laptop that had it running properly to the desktops. So what I did is I went into the registry and I made sure all the settings were the same. I got the latest driver for the desktop. The driver for the desktop is different from the wireless. Do not use IObit's driver booster. It will install the wrong driver and you'll never get the speed. You'll be frustrated. That driver has to come out and you have to get the driver from the where's it come from again? Yeah, you have to get it from Microsoft, the driver, because Intel stopped supporting the hardware of last year, December 2022. I don't like when they stop supporting. This should leave the driver there. It's crazy. So I have the driver, so it works. It shows link speed 866. That's what you want to see, 866. It'll bounce between 780 and 866. You know, that's the way it is. Now, I was thinking about getting another access point for 5 gigahertz. So we have two. Because this thing up here is three Wi-Fi's to for 2.4 and 2 antennas for 5 gigahertz band. But the 5 gigahertz band is stronger than the 2.4. Don't get me wrong. This up here is it's highly recommended on the internet. It is. It works really good. I can't find the plate because I want to mount it in the living room on the ceiling as well. I can't find a plate. I don't know what the plate is. I must have it in some box or something, or I put it in the closet. I put it someplace. Then I'll take it out of the lamp and mount it on the ceiling. It'll get a better circumference. Bounce off it. They're good to put in the corner if you have a house. You put them in there. You should get access points, PoEs, the power over Ethernet. That's what it is. So the power cord is the Ethernet cable. Get Cat 5.6, Cat 6 or higher. Well, 6 is good. Some people say Cat 8, but it's expensive. But the routers and access points and everything like that would have to accept it. If it's not the right, if it doesn't accept it, you're not gonna get which is supposed to be getting. It's a lot. Hey, if you have any questions about the wireless, just let me know. I can help you. Okay. And what to do before the tech comes to the house. Because sometimes they just go by and make sure you see, if you're paying for a certain speed, they are supposed to show you what kind of speed they're getting out of the box. And what from the house, it deteriorates from the house, and when it hits the house. Then when it gets to the modem, every modem for the company I'm with, it's the same 940, no matter what speed you're at. Now some people claim to get higher. Let's see the proof on that. But the modem is doing 940 for 1 gig, 940. But he said the modem even to handle the 1.2 speed, which is the gigabit pro, is the same. He gets the same thing, 940. It's up to your router now to give you. Now, the router I have is supposed to max out at 836. So, something like that. Or sometime I did see 900. So when I do the speed test, fast.com, that's the best one. It has less crap running in the background. Hey, so if you need any help, this video is about getting rid of things in the services, getting rid of things in the tasks, and a little update what's going on with the Wi-Fi here. Okay. So like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. All right. Hey, all I need you to do is support the channel by subscribing. And a lot of you have started doing. And more videos will come up. I've just been busy, doing other stuff. And it gets kind of complicated. Okay. Hey, take care now. Bye for now.